Hey everybody, it's Friday the 14th. Ooh, almost bad. Wait for some people to join in and chat. I hope everybody is doing good. I see somebody joining in. I'm going to pull it up as well.
This app will change your life.
Sorry. And some people have football games, so they won't be able to join in. Oops. I didn't put my mic up where I needed it. I'm sorry. I hope that wasn't loud. So, mum season is still going on for me. Hey, Miss Kay, how are you? Hi, Mary, how are you? You guys are the first two. I figured I'm just going to say Mary from now on, and if I'm wrong, I'm sure she'll tell me if she ever jumps on. How are you guys doing? I just need to clean up my space. I finished 3 mums today that are for the 21st, so I was rushing to get them done, get them boxed up, get them out, and I did. And I did. So I got them to the post office at like 4:40. I was so excited. So I only have one for the 28th. Hey, Nancy. Emma, hey, how are you? Hope you guys are doing good. So I'm just cleaning up a little bit because it has become a disaster in here this week. I had so many to get done, and I'm just so glad that I was able to get them all done and shipped off a week before their homecoming. That makes me happy. And I only have one for or it's not next week, it's the 28th, but since I'm shipping them, I get them out a week early. So I always have to be a week ahead on getting them to them. So it's a full size, but it's 18-inch, streamers. So it's not a long one, but it's going to New Jersey. And they said it's their first mom. They didn't give me a lot of information, so that kind of hinders me a little bit. She was like, surprise me, but she didn't give me names or anything. So it's going to be a little rough like that, but I can still get most of it made without having to know all that information. Let's see. Been a rough couple weeks. My daughter's boyfriend. Oh, those boys, I swear, they are terrible. After the homecoming game? Wow. So sorry, Madison. Poor thing. Broke. I swear I type in things into either my iPhone or my MacBook, and it changes it to the weirdest words. It's so weird. It says hello again. Are you saying hello back to me? I hate the delay on this thing. Oh, that stinks. Poor thing. Well, that's his loss. I hope she knows that. Hey, Amy J. How are you? I'm so glad it's Friday. So again, I have one that I need to work on for next week to ship off, by Friday, but I have a week just to work on hers. I do have 3 other mums coming up. One is not for homecoming, so I don't have like a certain time limit. And she was more than willing to wait until all this rush was over before even ordering. So I can kind of take my time with that, but I don't want to make her wait too long. And then I have 2 for November, a mini and a ring mum, so those won't take long. And the one not for homecoming is a hair bow, so that won't take long either. So 4 mums left so far. But this 18-inch, it's going to have several braids and stuff. So it'll be nice, though, to have several days to really work on it. Hey, TJ. And just, have a little bit of extra time to spend on it and stuff. I enjoy that. It feels like you can do like a little bit of extras and stuff. Hey, Darla, how are you? Darla has some new little videos up. I say little because they're not like long, but some new braids. Some of them aren't new, but some of them are new that she's came up with. They're really neat. So if you guys haven't checked those out, go do that. Let's see. A coworker asked me to make her daughter's mom. Oh, that's so exciting, Amy. Congratulations. Good. So, I don't plan on crafting tonight because I am wiped out. I spent the whole week. I really wanted to do another live during the week, but it was just so chaotic. I was just trying to get those orders done and boxed up and get them all out. And so it was just constant, from morning till 10:30, 11 at night. I was just mumming. House is a mess. My craft room is a mess. So I just want to take a little break, but I thought I'll still get on here and see if y'all just want to chat for a while. I need to kind of reorganize in here and stuff. Just clean up so it's a little bit nicer when I start these other ones. And I have boxes all over the floor with stuff thrown in them. It's a mess. Let's see. Yes, me too, Nancy. She's done some late night lives if you guys have not seen that. So go watch that. Yes, she does. Aw. Y'all are so sweet. That's nice. Support one another. I have this funny thing from the Dollar Tree. I didn't know what it was for, but I just thought it was hilarious and I had to get one. So it looks like a trash can. It's even got the little wheels and the little handle. Turns out it's like a pencil holder, but I was like, I can put little pieces of ribbon trash in it and then dump them out, or I can put pens or, I just thought it was hilarious. I had to get one. They had them in different colors. I just thought it was the funniest thing I'd ever seen. It even rolls. It's hilarious. I'm sure I will find something to use it for, but it was at the checkout and I had to get it. That's the best time, isn't it? Especially when you have little ones. You both have little ones. Oh, that's nice, Miss K. I know. I'm like, sorry, I was asleep. Creative Hands Crafts. Hello, welcome. It's Darla G. Let's see. TJ's in the car. I don't know if she can do how about we do my mind went blank. Darla, I'm going to put you as a moderator for tonight because I keep saying I'm going to do people for moderators at different times. So you can put a link to your channel if you'd like. You are now moderator. And I have vinyl everywhere, vinyl that's cut. I've got pieces of cardboard or cardstock everywhere and mats that need to be cleaned and just piles of stuff everywhere. That's a mess. a complete and utter mess. You're very welcome. I'm almost out of glue sticks too. I mean, I have enough. I think I have enough. I have small mini ones if I do run out. But I have this many left. And I had about this many when I started the season. So I do need to order that. See, here's one thing up here with ribbons and junk. And there are pieces of... I'm just making a mess. More of a mess. Everything's falling out. There's cut ribbons all over the table. There she is. You have glue all over yours. I use baby wipes, throughout, just to give them a quick cleaning, to keep them, too much glitter and stuff on them, or paper, from paper backing. But then, when I get really nasty, we have your big sink in the garage for, that kind of messy stuff. And I'll get hot water, an old scrub brush, and Dawn, and scrub and scrape that thing, and then let it air dry, and then I re-sticky it. So that's what I do when it gets really, really bad. And this purple one is going to need that. Right now, the baby wiping is doing a pretty good job, but look at all that glitter. And it still won't get all the glitter off of it, but it will do better. Oh, that stinks. Yeah, this one is solely for glitter cardstock. I'm trying not to mess them all up. When I'm using a lot of the smart vinyl, so I'm not having to worry about mats for this. And that has been so nice this season, to not worry about the mats every time I want to use vinyl. It really has. It's been worth the extra for me. It has. Plus, I think it cuts really, really well. It does on my machine anyway. I'm just so proud of TJ for doing some lives. I don't care if it's the middle of the night. Yes, baby wipes. I've got that up. So I've got them right here next to my machine. I just put them in one of these containers, and sometimes I have to add some more water and maybe some Dawn in there too to make them real soapy. But they're just cheap, like dollar store ones. Not anything expensive. And this is what I like to use to re-tacky them. That grips spray. I think it works great. I used it when I used to use my Scan and Cut. This is what I used. And then I thought, I don't know if it'll work on these Cricut mats. Works wonderful. I did finally use some of my homecomings on these last few months. So those came in handy. I didn't have to cut everything. I still had to cut stuff with her, but it was nice to have some already pre-cut. Just making a mess. See, I just have stuff everywhere. Got pieces of cardstock. This is from the mom earlier in the week. I just need to organize and clean a little bit. But this is a good time for y'all to ask questions. Connie's going to the game, so she's not going to be able to be on. She said she might be able to chat a little bit, but she won't be on here to really be able to chat. I have a box under here for trash, so I don't have to try and lean over there. The only thing is sometimes I drop something or knock something and knock it over. I've done that a couple of times, and then little pieces of ribbons and stems and all kinds of stuff just go everywhere. It's a mess. So that's the only downfall of having that there. So these were working really great. These are from the dollar store. Or Dollar Tree, I'm sorry. And you get, I think you get 3 per package. But for all these small pieces of cardstock, been wonderful. And then I mark them which color in case I can't tell from looking at it. So black. Do you have to get any Bronco mascots ever? I just did a Broncos, actually. It was just like, it was for a little Pee-wee team. And the mascot was just like the NFL team. It was the same colors and everything. Are you having trouble with the cutout? So this one I'm trying to save for vinyl. I did use it for like some foil cardstock because that other mat was getting so unsticky. Unsticky. But I do have like 3 other mats. I'm looking for the wild horse. Okay. Do you have Design Space? Cricut Design Space? Hello, Texan Patriot. How are you? After the bubblegum braid fiasco. Do the cutouts much at this point? I was looking for a stuffed head or anything like. Oh, I don't know. I don't do any. I got bears and that's it. You know, the little teddy bears. But I have never been asked for, you know, the stuffed mascots before. Oh, you use Silhouette. I was going to say, because I can share images from Design Space, but the design that I did, like the horse came out in one piece. You could make stickers out of it, but you're wanting something for the flower, I think. Have you played around with the cutouts at all? I'm going to go ahead and clean my mat. I don't think these aren't dry, but it's not. Usually I keep it pretty wet in here, so I'm going to have to add some. They're still really wet. They're good. Just in case, you guys, I just scrub that sucker as best I can. Do you have any cardstock? I mean, it's not hard at all. If you've got a silhouette, you can do it if you have some cardstock. I can still give you the image that I use, but I'm not good with silhouette. TJ's your girl for silhouette. But what I did was the image of the horse was really, really fine, really thin. So I offset it a little bit to make it thicker. Yeah, that worked out really, really well. I don't know if you can see all that. Oh, that's nice, Nancy. Thank you for that tip for her. Hey, Jamie. Oh, that's weird. Hello, Francis. How are you? That's weird. I don't know why you wouldn't have been able to chat. No, I don't mind at all. She's closer to me. Not that we're close, but a lot closer. I think we've discussed that before. You know, mumbling. Oh. Well, I do baby wipe them too. But for the glue, if you have some kind of scraper, you can do that. A lot of times I'm just picking it off with my fingernail, but like, one of those metal scrapers, I don't even know, that you would find in somebody's toolbox. I don't even remember what they're for, but if you need one of those, sometimes you can do that. But yeah, I have to clean that off too. I'm really bad about when I do a floral arrangement or something, I'll forget to put some cardboard down or something, and then I'll end up with glue all over my mat. And then you can't cut ribbons if you've got glue all over your mat. But I don't have too much trouble with homecoming moms getting glue everywhere. Just a little bit. I need to clean the whole table. Yeah, some kind of like metal scrape. It doesn't even have to be metal, I don't think. I don't even know if like one of those plastic ones like that would probably work too. Yeah, it does. I had a little piece of glue. So I got this at Dollar Tree. Just scrape it. It's getting it off. Let's see. I'm sorry, I'm behind here. Oh, you're welcome, Francis. Victoria, how are you? Did I see your daughter got homecoming? Was it Queen or on the court or something? I'm sorry. I didn't get to really watch the video, but I saw the title of it. Yeah. That works good, Nancy. I am good. Thank you. I'm just so glad I got all those mums done and out. But I will be working on an 18-inch. Well, 18-inch, when I say that, I'm talking about the braids and chains and stuff, but a full-size girls. So we'll be working on that this week. So I'll definitely do some lives with that. I'm just not going to do that tonight. I just need a break. After you finish a week, especially a chaotic week, it's like I need a little break before I can get creative again. Hello, Monique. How are you? Oh, no, darling. Oh, it's been so long since I had a 2-year-old running around. I don't think I could do that anymore. That's chasing them around. Well, it's a little cleaner over here. Did y'all know that there's a slot on the top of your Cricut? You guys probably knew this, but I didn't for a long time. I didn't know what that was. This right here. After I clean it and it needs to air dry, a lot of times I'll just put it up here to let it air dry. But I know people do that and then put the sheet back over it, because it makes it easier to do that. So if somebody didn't know that, I'm going to I keep these hung up. I have a nail on the end of my table under the lip of the table, and so I just keep them hung up there. Now I have some space over here. Oh, your baby's 17. I understand that. My youngest one is 15. Toria. Oh, I get tickled, Darla, at some of your videos. You can hear like the baby gurgling and, the little baby noises. I just love it. It cracks me up. Yes, she was part of homecoming court. Well, congratulations. I bet that was exciting for her. Yeah, you do have more chasing. Francis, you got a 2-year-old grandson. How awesome. They are spaced out. My oldest was 9 when my youngest was born. So that's about the same between our oldest and youngest. I liked it. I liked it because he could really help out. He loved to help out. I thought it was awesome. And then I had one in between that too. Oh, I know, Amy. Sometimes you really miss them being little. Sometimes. No, a lot of times, really. I can't tell you how much I use this during homecoming, you guys. And I don't even see them anymore, so I don't know if they still sell them at Dollar Tree or not. I don't really look for them because I have one, but if you guys see one and don't have one, I highly recommend you get one. That's how my youngest was. She was up, throughout the night. She didn't sleep good at all for a long, long time. So I was up late and early, and I don't know how I survived. Oh, no. Francis. Oh, that's good. I'm glad she likes to help, because that really, really helps a mom out when you have one older that can help and knows what you need. That's such a blessing. Oh, that's a good idea, Toria. Good tip. Ooh, Amy. Let's give Lucy. Let's give Amy a hand for that. Oh my gosh. Girl. I had 3 total, but they were spaced out. That was fun times. Halloween is on, the original one. I don't know why I like scary movies in October. I love to watch scary movies in October. It's almost comforting to me. It's weird. It's okay. You guys can say it's weird. I'm going to wipe down the table now. I know, it's crazy. Good for her, though. I mean, I just don't think I could have handled that. 2 of mine are. Yeah, Amy, we applaud you for that. And you're still sane. That's really saying something. I tell you what, I love this table. It's a long ways from the card tables, the fold-up card tables I used to use. But you gotta use what you got. I'm finding all kinds of stuff. Hey, Christy. Yes, that's true. That is really spread out, girl. I love it. But yeah, Amy, that is so true. Yes. Amy. Yeah, well, after you have that many, or just even one, good grief, you feel like you lose part of your sanity. Use a card table? Yes, that's what I used for a long time. When did I get this table? Was it just last year or was it the year before? I can't remember. Maybe 2 years? Maybe I've had it 2 years? 2 seasons, 3 seasons? I'm not sure. It's not more than that, though. Yes. And it's as long as you can get it. And I swear I could use a table twice the size. If I had the space, I'd fill it up. I promise you. Thank you, Diana. Appreciate that. Francis also has 5. Oh, I applaud you guys. I thought 3 was a lot. I keep my scrap chenille stems in one of these because when I make, well, even 4-inch, like 4-inch, the 3-inch for the ring mums, or the teeny tiny ones that I put on the bears, I just need a piece of a chenille stem. I don't need a whole one. So these are like either half or a third size. So, and you would be surprised how much I go through these too. I keep so much stuff because I know I'll use it. But that's why I don't have any room, because I save so much stuff. I got my eye on this Husky brand table at Home Depot. Ooh, height adjustable. I like that. One of my card tables, it wasn't really, I had one of those square card tables that you always think of that's padded. But then I had a table that was like fold up and the legs were adjustable. And you can get those at Walmart or anything. They even have a handle because they're you can travel with them. You can carry them, put them in your trunk or whatever. But it still didn't go very high. And I have back problems, and my chiropractor kept telling me for years, you've got to raise your table or something because you're hunched over and you're just causing so much stress on your back. And as the season went on, I would just get hunkered down more and more because I would put so much stress on my back. But I even put like bricks, those pavers, under the legs and raised it up. And then Kevin found this table on Craigslist, actually, someone local that builds them for shops, or garages. And he's like, would that work for you? And I was like, yeah, I think so. So it's nice and sturdy, like heavy duty. Works great. I love it. I sanded it and paint. He sanded the top, but he didn't sand the bottom or the legs. So I painted it, and it just comes to you raw, raw wood. But so I spent a couple of weeks painting it, and but I love it. Ooh, I got behind. That's okay, Miss K. Oh, thank you, Diana. Hey, Rachel, how are you? Yeah, one kid is nice. Oh, are you texting? That's funny. Yeah, I saw it. Yeah, I think it's on AMC. I don't know if I'm supposed to say that. You never know when they'll take off your ads, take the ads off if you say the wrong thing. Yes. Those are my favorite for some reason. Hi, Tina. How are you? Well, hopefully you can get one. It was not that, it wasn't very expensive at all. If you can find someone that builds stuff like this, it was not at all. But you gotta make sure you have the room. It's kind of narrow through there, like the entry, like where I walk through, but I didn't want to put it up against a wall. I wanted to be able to make use out of both sides of it. So it's more in the middle of the room. It's more on this side. There's not as much room over there. There's more over here, but I really like the way that's set up. But I do bump into the corner sometimes. And Kevin's even offered to like shave it down a little bit, but then I'd have to do some more painting. So I just have to be careful when I walk through. Yeah, that's what I wanted to look at. It. We're watching the same thing. Well, even this big one, I don't even know how many feet. I don't remember how many feet this sucker is, but it's full all the time. And like I said, all I had before was those two small, that fold up table, and then I would bring out the card table during homecoming season. So in the off season, I would just have that fold up table right in the middle here, and but then during the season, we'd get that card table out, and I would use that as a secondary table. And then I got this huge table, and I was like, I'm gonna have so much room, and now it's full. Standing height, yes. Yeah, it's definitely like countertop height. So I love that. I don't have to hunch over. It really helps with my back. Really, really does. That's right, Rachel. It could be the length of my house and it still wouldn't be big enough. It still wouldn't have enough storage. And then it's got a bottom too, and I've got that full. It's crazy. It's really crazy. You guys can see all the mess back here. I wish I had shelves going all the way to the ceiling, you guys, on both sides. That would be awesome. I do have, I know it looks like I've got this big room with all this stuff, but the reality is this is my only solid wall. This wall right here is the only solid wall. There's just a little partial wall here, an even smaller partial wall here, and then I have the big window, so there's just a little space there, and I don't want to cover up the window because I get all this good lighting for the videos and stuff. And then it's two big archway openings here because the house is one of those open floor plans. And so even though I can see what's going on and everything in here, it's just like there's a lot of wasted space right there that I can't utilize because I can't put shelves or anything right in front of those doorways. So I lose a lot of space right there. I could have so many shelves. That would be nice, but I fell in love with all these archways, and now I'm like, it's a lot of wasted space. That's right, Amy. We could. It doesn't matter how big, how much room, how big the room is. This room could be twice the size, and I'd have it full. Yeah, I don't blame you, Rachel. I don't blame you. Hey, Christy. How are you? Member shout out to Christy. I don't think I saw any other members. I'm sorry if there is. Oh, I don't blame you, TJ. I've stacked up some stuff over here. And I do like this shelf, this black one that I got from Harbor Freight, this big plastic one. I just wish the shelves were adjustable. But I've got, you know, it didn't take me long to fill that sucker up either. But it was easy to put together, and it's really sturdy. It's for, you know, it's for a shop or garage too. But yeah, in a dreamland, I'd have like all these cabinets and, you know, maybe even some like poles, like, or, you know, like the big, huge dowel rods like you would in your closet or something for hanging like mums and stuff. That would be awesome. Yeah, but that's not going to happen. I'm going to have to make a lot of money on YouTube and Etsy for that to happen. Happy Friday. Hey. Wow, Darla, that's awesome. I started out I'm going to tell this story again and again because I know some people like, oh, I wish I had a craft room. I wish I had this. You know, I started out in our bedroom in the corner with that old blue card table. I had it shoved in the corner, and that was my section to craft. And where I made hair bows, where I did floral arrangements and wreaths, and then when I started making homecoming mums. And we had some mix mash of furniture in here that we didn't know what to do with, that we had brought with us. And I'm really mad at myself because we had this beautiful armoire. I hate telling this story. This beautiful armoire that a friend of ours years ago, we had him build because he was a awesome woodworker. And, you know, we had our TV in it and stuff in the living room at our old house. It was gorgeous, so gorgeous. I think it cost us about $1,000 to have it made because it was huge and it was solid oak. It was gorgeous. But, you know, we have the flat screen over the fireplace now, and there was like nowhere to put it in the living room. It would have like taken up too much room. So we just shoved it in here, and I used it as storage. And I was like, I don't know what to do with it. And I finally sold it for like $200, you guys. Like, I just wanted to get rid of it. I had it for so long and it was taking up room. And then I come to find out she was going to put it outside and paint it like all different colors. And I almost cried when I found that out. And then after moving in here and getting crafts, I was like, I could have used that for craft storage. It would have been perfect for craft storage, and I could have closed it up. It would have, you know, it did come out really far, so that would have caused some issues, but it just breaks my heart to think about what she did. I don't know what she did to it. I didn't see it afterwards, but I just wanted to cry. I was like, why did she have to tell me that she was going to put it outside on her porch and like paint it 1,000 different colors? I was, ugh. Let's see, I'm way behind again. Oh, we could, Rachel. You see all those craft rooms on like Pinterest and stuff, and they're just like solid white. And I'm like, that would never happen for me. And it looks so beautiful and everything, but I can't see that. My son is building me a couple. I got a Silhouette Pro, and we have a laser woodcutter. Ooh, wow. Yes, you do, Nancy. That's awesome. There's Connie. Hey, Connie. Since she can't hear. Hey, Christy. How are you? Oh, Darla's getting another shout out. Yes, those shorts have been awesome. Oh, do what you got to do. It's good that they share that with you, though. Yeah, Rachel. No, I know. Makes me want to cry. They moved away. The last I heard, they lived, you know, across the United States. So hopefully he never knows that I got that. That's what happened to that. Oh, Walmart. Hopefully it's not bad on a Friday night, Francis. Thanks for joining in. Have a good night. Yes, stay safe. You are all crafty, yes. And then he also built us a cradle when we had our first son. And I love that too. So he gave me a choice of 2 different options, like the one that stands and you can rock it, it's up higher, but it's got like the spindles and everything. And I was like, he had built one for their baby and it was beautiful, but I was like, and he's like, or I can make you one on, that sits on the ground and actually is like a rocking chair that, rocks. And I was like, oh, I like the idea of that. It ended up being ginormous. And it has the legs that come out that rock. And I can't tell you how many times I knocked my ankles on that thing. Then once my kids were all grown, there was nowhere to store it. And again, it was solid oak. And then I ended up passing it down to a step family member that had babies. And they were so excited, but I don't know what they did with it after that. I hope they keep passing it on. I hope is what I hope happens because it was beautiful. So 2 things that he made for us, and I don't have either of them. I hate that. Yeah, I don't understand that either. I don't know how they keep them white and clean. I think just for the photos. I knew what you were saying, Texan. Crafty. Oh, you're so welcome. Oh, have fun. That sounds nice. Everybody needs a night out, especially when you have little kids. So I hope you guys have a good night. Craft storage. That's funny. It took me a minute. I was like, raft storage. Oh, yeah, she wants to hear. Yes, have fun, Darla. Yeah, we used to do that too when our kids were little. You need those nights out when your kids are little like that. And then when the oldest becomes a teenager, like an older teenager where they can, and they're dependable, then they can watch the younger ones. As long as they're not like babies. My kids were spaced out, but not spaced out that much. It's nice when you've got at least one older one and you can leave for short amounts of time and not worry about them. And then when they're all older and can do for themselves and you can just leave if you need to. That's nice. But I do miss the little one. You do miss them when they're little because they're cute. Well, my table is really nice and clean right over here, you guys. I've got some space, so I can really dirty it up this week. But I've got to do something about all these boxes down here. Literally a ton of boxes with stuff in it. Like those ribbons that I got on clearance from Michael's, they're still sitting in a box right down there on the floor. Thank you, Darla. You guys don't forget to go check out her channel and the braids, the new braids that she's been doing. Some new ones, some are, ones that have already been done, but she's doing, her version of it. And I noticed on one that she did words on it. And I was like, oh, I never thought of putting words on it. My mind went blank. Okay, Connie, that sounds good. Oh, yeah, I hear you, Rachel. Not quite there yet, but yeah. They got to be so much more fun to have grandkids than not that I don't love my kids, but when you can just take them for a little while and then send them back, that's got to be more fun. Oh, they won't sleep through the night. I'm so sorry. It's time for us to go to bed. We've already done that. Been there, done that. How many people are still working on, still have some mums to make? I said earlier, I still have 4 more to make. 1 in the next week. I was thinking the other day, I don't even know if my camera will turn on. It's probably dead. I haven't gotten it out in so long. I haven't edited a video in weeks. I don't know if I remember how to edit a video. I got to get back into that so I can start putting videos up again. But I know I did video some of the homecoming mom stuff at the beginning of the season. But then I just finally quit because I was just getting too much, it just gets ridiculous if you're just like filming and you got nowhere to put it. But I need to charge up my batteries and get my camera back out. So I don't know if I'll try to video some of this 18-inch mom, try to live stream some of it. I'll try to get as much of it on camera as possible now that it's slowed down. And then, like I said, I've got another hair bow and then a mini and then a ring mom. I did several ring moms this year. And the mini is a bling with a name cut out. I just did one of those this week too. A 4-inch flower with the name on the flower, and her name was Savannah. Do you know how hard it was to get Savannah? Let's see. Savannah to fit like this and be able to read it. Oh my gosh. That was not fun, you guys. I had to keep squeezing the name and then making it taller, skinnier, making the letter skinnier and taller, but trying not to smush it too much. So it did go past the flower on each side, but not past the loops. So it ended up looking really good. Yes, you will, Rachel. I know. It's like you get to a point and you're like, oh, I'm ready for it to be over with. But then when it is over with, you're like, oh, I want another one. I want to make another one. Oh, really? You put lights on it and now it's not going to work to the game. Oh, that's okay, Texan. That's okay. You might get even more crafty. Oh, I know. Putting lights on the mom is not easy either. I think they get tired after wearing it all day long. I'm trying to find the one with the name. What was it? Okay, her name is Addie. Addy. That's going to be awesome. It is a 4-inch as well, but that's half the letters, so that will be much easier. Much easier. What colors for those two? She's got, hunter green, orange, white, and silver. I don't think I've done one that color before. I'm trying to think. I know I did some unique colors for me this year. I know I did an orange and navy, and I think I did an orange and royal too, maybe. But I did some different color combinations this year than I have in the past. I'm trying to remember what they all were now. I seriously, I'm slowly doing the idea pins on Pinterest with my finished mums from this season. I don't even think I've gotten all of them from last season on there. I need to check. But, try to go back and put the oldest ones from the earlier in the season on there first. And I can't tell you how many times I'm like, where'd that mom come from? I don't remember making that mom. I mean, that's so crazy. It's just like, I guess once it's gone and out, I'm just like moved on to the next one. And then that one's just like completely out of my head, except for like the water mom or something like that. But how do I put a name on it? Oh, I just use acetate ribbon. I'm pretty sure I've shown that. I'll try. That might be good to do a full tutorial on if I can. I've done several hair bow tutorials, and I know I've worked on some during the live, but Because I know I did because or maybe it was the wrist mum. They're very similar in size and everything, but sometimes I don't put the name on until after it's made, and then other times I put the name on the ribbon and then attach the ribbon. So it kind of depends. Let me see how long her name is. Okay, glitter. It's a glitter bow too. That is silver, white, maroon, like Texas A&M. Sadie and Wolves. Okay, that's going to be easy. If it's a long name, then I have to turn the name and put it down the ribbon like this instead of like this. But with a shorter name like Sadie, I can do the words like this. And I usually wait till it's after it's made to do it. I don't have any glitter maroon ribbon. I've made several maroon. I want to say I've made 2 or 3 maroon hair bow mums this year. And so she's going to have to get either a white glitter or silver glitter for the top. But what I can do to make sure I have enough maroon in it is back it up, make 2 bows, make like a silver glitter or a white glitter, and then do the maroon, a solid maroon for the back, and then do the glitter on the front. So you can still see some maroon behind it or burgundy, and then it'll still have that glitter bow on the front. Because a lot of times I'll make 2 bows and stack them. I started doing that last year and I really like it. I don't do it every time. It just depends on the bow, what I think it needs. I have used I think I have that still as an option if they want the HTV, but I just use regular vinyl, and I do acetate ribbons for their name. So I do a combination of acetate or luster ribbons, wired ribbons, soft satin ribbons, grosgrain ribbons, glitter ribbons, all on the hair bow. So it's just a variety of ribbons. But if it is not for homecoming, which this one is not, and it's something that they're going to wear over and over again, I tend to go more towards the grosgrains and the soft satins and stuff like that, and try to stay away from the acetates. I'll usually, like on the ribbon streamers, I will start with the acetate or lusters, and then I'll do, some of these pattern ribbons and glitter ribbons and stuff. But then that 2 acetate ribbons or luster ribbons for their name and the mascot. And then, the ribbon for the top is always like a grosgrain or a wired or something. But if it's not for homecoming like this one, then I usually just do grosgrains and stuff like that and try to keep the acetate out of there. I can still do like acetate for the names, but even then, sometimes I just do grosgrain and then stick the vinyl on the grosgrain because it sticks to the grosgrain pretty well. But I do have have it as an option to do the HTV vinyl so it's permanent, or I can sublimate too. I did make some this summer and I sublimated the names on there, just practicing, just playing with it, and it worked well for hers. So that is an option too. I could always sublimate the names on there so they don't wear off. But that's if I know that it's not going to be just for homecoming, because if they're just going to wear it one time just for homecoming, then you don't have to worry about it lasting a long time. But if I've had them order it for like school bow, for school mom or school hair bow that they're going to wear over and over again. So I want to make sure that it's made with ribbons that aren't going to crease and mess up, and better stuff like that. That'll last longer. I want to be crafty. I'm going to get me a crate. Oh, good. That's awesome. And now, the off season, you can play around with it and just learn all kinds of stuff. I'll try to do more Cricut tutorials too in the off season. That would be a good idea, I think. You want to see that step? Okay. I will try to remember to do that either on a live or a video. Like I said, I'll be working on that 18-inch mostly this week. And then I've got these 3. I've got 2 for November, but one of them ordered. Oh, she's been on here a long time. So it'll be in the next week, like 2 weeks or something that I probably do that one. I want to get them all done before Halloween since there's only 4. There's no reason why I can't get them all done before Halloween unless something comes up. But if I can't do it on a live, I'll try to do it like the whole thing on a video. I'll do my best to. Okay, Diana. She's probably already off by now because I'm behind. Oh, Amy. I use mine so much. I use my Scan and Cut so much, and I use this thing so much. I had a hard time deciding which one to buy, when I bought my Scan and Cut, because it was like, you would hear good and bad stories about all of them. And I know TJ uses a Silhouette, and she loves, she's got more than one, but which I don't know the difference between all the Cameo and all that, but she loves hers. Yes, Rachel, it does look really good when you stack the bows like that. But you also have to think about the weight. Like if you doubled up like the grosgrain, that's really going to make it heavy. So you have to be careful about how many streamers and what kind of ribbons. Grosgrains are heavy ribbons or thick ribbons. So you use a lot of those, it's going to get heavy, and you got to think about, weighing them down. So I try to keep them as light as possible as well. Just not sure where to put it. Yes, got to make a senior mom for next year and make it bigger than this year. Yes, Texan. Yeah, you'd have all kinds of time to play around with that. Yes, please, Christy says. Also, a favorite font list would be amazing. I did do that. It's been a while. It was a couple months ago, like maybe right before the season. In the community tab, I did one for all my favorite Canva fonts, and then I did another one for all my Design Space favorite fonts. But I have since got on Creative Fabrica, and I've gotten a lot of fonts from there, and I want some more. But you get on there and start looking at fonts, you can be on there for hours. But I need to write down all those fonts too. So that is a good idea, Christy, to make a list of the Creative Fabrica fonts too that I really, really like, and make a list of those. I'll put it, when I do that, I'll put it in the community tab. Oh, do we have more than one senior for next year then? Let's see, TJ, she loves Silhouette. So she's got, you've got a lot of, what's it called? Photoshop tutorials. I have no clue how to use Photoshop. So when I get ready for that, I will eventually step up to that. I'm going to be watching TJ try to figure it out. Yeah, Rachel, I know. And it's intimidating when you think about getting a new one and learning like a whole new design system, because that, I had to do that because I went from Brother Scan and Cut to Cricut, but I learned it pretty quickly. I think Design Space is very user friendly. That was one thing when I started watching some videos when I first got it to kind of figure it out, I would see that over and over. Oh, it's not user friendly. It's blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh, it's super user friendly. It took me a little while to figure out, and I still don't know everything, but once I learned all the little buttons and stuff, I think it's way more user friendly than Brother Scan and Cut. So when you go from Brother Scan, whatever, I don't remember what they call their design thing, but it's way better. TJ says best thing ever. That straight mom I made was a little bit so heavy because it was, yes. Yeah, you use a lot of grosgrain, it's going to really, really weigh it down. So you got to be careful with that, with anything. I'll use grosgrain and not just the hair bow mums and the wrist mums. And I used to do a lot of HTV ribbons, like grosgrain ribbons or soft satin ribbons on mums, especially when I was just doing local mums. So, I was just mainly doing that one color, and there was a couple other schools that I did a little bit of, but I would do a bunch of stuff for our school. So I got to play around with a bunch of that stuff in the off season, and I would make a whole bunch of ribbons that said homecoming or whatever, that I could use over, that I wouldn't have to just use up once or that next year. And I'd make some that say senior, junior, and blah, blah, blah. But I would do a lot of grosgrain, but you had to be careful because it would weigh the mum down. Yes, you can, and that's another thing. You can spend hours watching videos too. But there's some good videos out there on how to do stuff. So it helps. I found some good crafters just looking for videos on Cricut. And sublimation. I gotta watch the time too because I gotta get my son. Oh, I've been on here an hour. It doesn't feel like it, does it, guys? It's like, I don't know if everybody's going to want to get on and just chat, but we'll try it. I started with Cricut way back when it used. Oh, Carl. I bet that was so expensive. Yeah, see, you and TJ got a lot in common then with the cameos. You never know. One day I might have one of each just to try for different things. Dixon says no. It doesn't. Yeah, I thought it had just been a like maybe 30 minutes or something. Can't believe it's been an hour. I appreciate all the likes you guys have given me. It looks like there's 12 people watching right now and 14 likes. I appreciate that. Are they that different or is it just preference? I'm not sure. I got, what is it called, TJ and Nancy, the silhouette design program. I did download that and kind of played around with it because you can use it with Cricut too. But I didn't get to play around very much before the season, trying to figure it out, see if it's any better. But I've never used the machine, so I can't compare them. Yes, she does, Nancy. Yes, she does, because she has awesome cutouts. They are next level cutouts. Silhouette Studio. That's right. Simple. Silhouette Studio. Yeah, I have it. I played around with it a little bit. Oh, really? Yeah, see, that was my issue when I had my brother scan and cut. All I had was my phone for years. I didn't have I just got my laptop last year. And so I was very limited on what I could do as well. What I liked about it, and the reason why I ended up choosing it, is because at the time we didn't have Wi-Fi, because there was only 2 options out here, and both of them were horrible and very expensive. So we were like, it's not worth it. Everybody complained constantly, so we were like, we're not even going to get it. So you had to buy, Brother Scan and Cut, you had to buy this $50 card if you wanted to connect to Wi-Fi. So we didn't have Wi-Fi, so I didn't even get that. But what made me want it, I keep pointing back there because it's up on the shelf, is because you can scan things in. So you could scan designs in and work with them, like that. on the screen. So I did like that, but only about half the designs actually worked. So it wasn't all that great. The idea of it was better. And then you could save all your stuff. You could save designs on a USB on the machine. And so I have a ton of designs on that machine and on a USB. But I did like that scan and cut, the scan version, because that fit me perfectly for what my needs were back then. But then I really outgrew it. I'm going to edit one tonight. All right, TJ. That's okay. Yes, he says that's a preference. But I've heard people that have had both say they prefer silhouette, so I don't know. Yes, that's good to know. Yeah, so I never had to use Design Space on my phone. So I don't know what, I'm sure it's limited because that's how, what I was started to say, once I got Wi-Fi and then I had to buy the $50 card to go with my brother's scan and cut. And I was very limited on the phone on what I could do too with their design program. But with the computer, I was able to do, once I got my computer, I was able to do more. Oh, really? Did not know that. That's cool, TJ. But see, now that I've got Wi-Fi and I've got my laptop, there's never been a reason that I have needed the scan option now. For me, anyway. Let's see. I have an Explorer Air 2 and then just got a Maker for a great deal, which I haven't taken out. Well, it's been busy. You'll get it out. And the Maker 3 is the only Cricut I've ever had. Oh, I can see that. Yeah, that would be good. Yeah, I didn't even try to do it on my phone because my phone is constantly maxed out on space as it is, and I don't want to put any more apps on there than I already have. Constantly have to delete with YouTube and then YouTube Studio on there, and what else? Etsy app. They take up so much space, and my phone is old anyway, so I can't put really any apps on there. Oh, you like scanning? Oh, that stinks. Oh, I'm sure it is different with Android and Apple. I'm trying to remember. I used to have an Android a long time ago, and then I went back to an Apple. And I'm trying to remember if I used... No, I didn't use that because that was before Wi-Fi. I love the pick scan. If it's good, I can highlight a certain part of a scrap of paper and cut it out. Oh, yeah, that is awesome. Yeah, I used my scan, option a lot on the scan and cut, but like I said, it didn't always work because it's old and the technology wasn't that great. I'm sure with these, and even the brother scan and cuts now, I'm sure they're so much better. Yeah, TJ needs to do some cutout tutorials and definitely some silhouette studio. But I mean, if you're doing cutouts, you would be doing some studio, I guess. But definitely for the people that have that or that want to use it, that would be great. And I'll try to do some Design Space now that I'm really learning how to use Design Space, because I was still like, I didn't know a lot about Design Space at the beginning of the season, but I have learned a lot through the season, because you just have to figure it out, and I've been figuring it out. And now you've got me wanting to try something like that. I want a Cameo. I want a picture scan. Where would I put another machine? And you see my brother Scan and Cut is up there, not getting used. I may sell it or something, you know, for somebody that doesn't have one. Because I thought I might use it for a few other things, but I just haven't. I thought I would use it to cut out some backers and stuff like that, but I stuck it up there and I haven't got it back down yet. I think I got it down once and that was it. And then it messed up. Yes, cutouts for sure. I would love to see how you are doing it versus how I'm doing it today. Need more tips and tricks. Yeah. And like I said, I still need, you know, I still have a lot to learn with them too, with Design Space, but I have picked up quite a lot during the season. I mean, when you have a lot of mums to make, a lot of cutouts to make, you just kind of like dive into the deep end and figure it out. That's true. That's true. I don't know if I'd be able to remember even how to use their their design program, but yes, that's a good idea. A backup. Didn't somebody, was it you, Jamie? Somebody had an issue sometime during the season. I wanted to say, like, their Cricut messing up. I'm trying to remember. I'm mumbling. I can't remember everything. I'm still selling homecoming mom supplies. I'm thinking that everybody should be done. But I guess if I still have a few more orders, people are still making them. Not very many, you know. I don't have much supplies left for sale, but I did sell another thing today, and I was like, and I actually, like, when I heard the cha-ching, I was like, no, not another mom. I think me and TJ were talking about that, like, at the beginning of the season, you get so excited when you hear that cha-ching on your phone, and then at the end of the season, you just like, no. Oh, that's right. I was thinking it did something. I need a little break before I get ready for the next season. Like, I need to, like, decompress or whatever. That's like tonight, you know, I was like, I'm not starting the next mom. You know, I get through that week of like the 21st, you know, you do the 14th moms and then you do the 21st month, you know, and you need just that little, I do anyway. I need that little break before I start the next ones, the next set, which it's only going to be one, but still, I just feel like I need that little break and then reset to get creative again. Otherwise, I'm just making it because I have to make it. But if I have the time, I'd rather be, you know, really think about it, what I want it to look like and stuff. Oh, Christy. Oh, y'all are scaring me. You got 2 of them saying they had problem. I know mine, something wasn't working right when I first got it, and I had to call them and, you know, go through this whole process, and it's been fine since. Oh, I'm lucky my dogs didn't start barking. Yeah, that I was thinking about that one day when I was cutting vinyl or something. I was like, oh, this would be bad if, like, you couldn't cut out your cutouts or your vinyl or something, and you had to get your mum made. It would be so bad. Yes. Yes, there are some basketball homecomings for those schools that don't have football teams, football programs, I guess I should say. So I try to keep my supplies up, but I really don't get that many orders for things during basketball season. I don't know if not that many people look, and they just, I don't know. That's a good idea too. I need to order some stuff like that, some extra blades and stuff like that. I just, was just so concerned with learning how to use it, and then it got, I just needed to start using it and stuff. I did order extra mats, but I need to order stuff like that too. And I did get some infusible ink pens on clearance at Hobby Lobby a while back for $6.24, and they were $30. So, just play around. That's their sublimation. But that's something I can play around with, hopefully. I need to watch some videos. Oh, really? Okay, great. Yeah, that was a good find. And I have some Cricut Joy stuff, and I don't have a Cricut Joy. That's an idea, too, is to get like one of those Joys as a backup, too, or to do like little small projects. Because you can still do names and stuff on that, right? I mean, as far as I know, you can. I know a lot of people do cards on them. I haven't really paid that much attention to what is on a Joy. But they had a ton of clearance stuff, and I got it. It's like, I don't have a Cricut Joy, but I'm getting all this clearance stuff. Oh, blades. I'll have to check that out. I'm surprised my blade is not like dull as much as I've used it. Because I have used it a ton. Yeah, I started out with one before I got my Air 3. Yeah, that would be nice to have a little, that Joy would not take up much room, but I don't know how much I would actually use it. Hello, Miss Dinah. How are you? We are just chatting tonight. I'm not doing any crafting. I got all my mums finished for the 21st. Got them boxed up and shipped out just in time, too. Got them to the post office at 4:40. I was like, yes. Just size limited, yeah. If we're doing, yeah, I do like to do cards. I used to really do a lot of, not really scrapbooking, but the cards, I got into, what was it? I can't think of the name of it. But the rubber stamps and stuff, you'd have to order them. It wasn't something you'd find at a Hobby Lobby. I can't think of I was Stampin' Up. I used to really be into Stampin' Up. I love that stuff. I'm done with the 21st. I have 4 more mums to make. I just went like that. 4. One I have not due next week, but I want to have it shipped out by next Friday. So I'll be working on that throughout the week. Miss Dina. I always say that. I don't know why I want to say Dinah is Dina. I know that because you said that before. It's not like I would say Tina. I have one to finish. It's, nice now. Like if they're just spaced out and you get a few orders. I like that. You spend more time with them and not be so rushed. But Halloween is a big deal. I know I've talked about that before. It's a big deal around here. So that takes a lot of preparation for us too. And so I need that time for Halloween as well. So I know a lot of people, it's like Thanksgiving and Christmas is a lot, but for us, it's Halloween, Thanksgiving, and Christmas is a lot for us. We got 3 big holidays. Nina or Nina? That's funny. She goes by both. Oh. That's cute. Yeah, when you have an unusual name, you just kind of answer to whatever somebody says, or that's how I am. Yeah, we've already been buying Halloween candy. We've got more decorations. We always buy more decorations. Actually, I have. I threw him in here. I don't know why.
Yes, come closer. Come right up this way.
That's creepy, isn't it? So we always do this tent. We used to decorate. We always get the inflatables in the yard, first of all. And my husband is very anal about it. Like, he gets them anchored down. We go out there. He's got it plotted where he wants them, and we anchor them down really good. So, it works really well. But we have these big flower beds. We used to decorate the flower beds, and they would have to walk around. You have to walk way around to get to our front door. And you would have the front door area really decorated and stuff. But they would just run through the yard. And then we've got the inflatables, and you have to anchor them, and then you've got extension cords. So you've got kids running through your yard and pulling those up, tripping over them. So I was like, one year we were like, okay, we're just going to block it off. So we got like some stakes, and then, that caution tape. And you can find it at Halloween too, like the kind of like do not enter and stuff. And so we wrapped them like this and put those stakes all around so they could not get in. A few of them will jump over it or under it. You can't keep them all off of it, but keeps them off the yard. Plus, it keeps them safe from tripping and hurting themselves, because, if they hurt themselves in our property, somebody's going to blame us for it. But anyway, I told him one year, I said, I would love it if we had a tent or something that we could decorate and, have it in the driveway, and then they could just come inside the tent and be kind of like a spooky house. So I think it was about 3 years ago, he found a white tent at Walmart. It's one of those pop-up tents, but it actually has the sides, like it zips up. And so the front zips open, and we keep that open, but we have an archway inflatable I can't remember what's on it. It's like a pirate, but it's spooky, and it has little streamers coming down, and then of course it's got lights and stuff. So that's the entrance, and they have to walk through that inflatable. And I've done some videos from Halloween in the past couple of years, so you can see it if you want to see what I'm talking about. But we decorate that, and we put strobe lights in there and everything. It's really fun. But that way they come up through the driveway. We still block off, because they will just run through the yard, and people won't keep them off the yard. They don't understand. I get so mad. I'm like, please don't run through the yard. And they're like, well, they're kids. I'm like, yes, but you see all these inflatables? There are cords, and there are strings, and anchored in the ground, and they're going to trip and fall, and it's going to be our fault. Plus, there's anthills everywhere. There's fire ant hills everywhere. Someone's going to step on that. I think about that kind of stuff. Other people just let their kids go wherever they want. But anyway, that drives me crazy. But now we're out there in the tent, and it's a lot fun. The only thing, you're outside in the tent, and it's, you have to keep coming back inside and out to use the bathroom, or get, if you're hungry or whatever. That's the only downfall, but it's really fun to do that. But we spend a lot of time decorating. So we decorate the yard, like I said, the inflatables, but we put out skeletons, and we do a graveyard, and we just spend a lot of time decorating. So Halloween takes a lot out of us, is what I was trying to get to. But it's fun. We get over like 300 trick-or-treaters. Last year, I made over 300 bags, and then we had like big candy bars for my daughter's friends and stuff. And almost all the candy was gone. Like a big, big chunk of the candy was gone. So I know we had at least 300 trick-or-treaters. Let's see. Halloween is big for us as well. And normally I'm ready for Halloween in July. So, yes. We do a lot of it the day of, because we've learned in the past, like it'll rain. It's super windy here in October. I don't know about everywhere else, but it is so windy here in October. And so things are just constantly getting blown over. So we spend all day Halloween decorating and barely have any time to rest, because they start showing up now at like 3:30. It's ridiculous. It's like, don't come until it's, starting to get dark. No, they start coming earlier. It's been like an hour earlier every year. It's ridiculous. And then by the time it's dark and all your lights are really working good, most of them are gone, which drives me crazy. But anyway, so yeah, it's like an all day thing, like starting in the morning, early in the morning, and until late at night. And we get a lot of it put up that night, because there's a lot of little stuff. And then we spend the whole next day cleaning up everything. So it's a big process. And we get we get the inflatables out and stuff earlier and stuff like that. So we spend our free time and the weekends and stuff doing all that. So we really spend a lot of time. But we get a lot of people thanking us for doing that for their kids and making it enjoyable for their kids and stuff. So it's really worth it. It was me. My silhouette died and I got a cameo for. So it died and you're like, that's it. I'm getting a cameo for. And then you got the Pro. Well, you got some backups. I'm probably going to have to I'm going to have to reason that out. I need a backup, something for a backup. I remember seeing TJ's video for unboxing that set. That's the big sucker, right? The Pro, I'm guessing, the Giganto thing. And 2 portraits. Yeah, she's got a lot. It is, Rachel. You guys, maybe I can go look at that really, really quick, if it don't take me too long. I know I've done a couple of videos on it. I just don't remember where it is. Surely I have a playlist for Halloween stuff. But I would really, really like to do, some shorts or some, or even some quick lives, throughout the day while we're decorating. Yeah, we'll just see. Like I said, it's really, really busy. Halloween DIY decorating. Maybe it's in there. Ooh. Sorry, guys. Okay, yes. So I have a whole playlist that has a ton of stuff in it. Okay, I have, because we do like the dead body that you make out of like, your recycled plastic bottles and stuff. We usually do at least one of those. There's some other DIYs that I've done. But here's a 2019 outdoor Halloween decor. Oh, come on. Here's 2021. So that's going to be last year's. Okay, there it is. Let's see. Oh, I'm way behind now. 7.8. Oh, I love Halloween. Me too. Oh, he's not a fan. Oh. Kevin was never really into it that much. At our old house, we lived in a small neighborhood and there was always trick-or-treaters, but it was not like a huge deal. And then we moved here and it was like a huge deal because we are the only place, the only neighborhood really. And we found out the hard way that we get a ton of trick-or-treaters. And so it just kind of became a thing that we just started doing more and more. And then it kind of was a competitive thing for a little while with some other neighbors, but now there's nobody close to us that really, goes all out. There's others, throughout the neighborhood that go all out, but not anyone close to us yet. But we've got a lot of new neighbors this year too, so I'm curious to see what they think of it. Let's see. TJ, I watched some of your live this morning. Me too. Just like us. Oh, really? Oh, that's fun. We do too. I've got 2 huge boxes that are already full. We buy those big giant bags like you get at you can get them at Walmart too, but throughout October, it's just like constantly. Actually, we start in September. We start buying candy. It's just crazy how much candy we buy. But it's so much fun. We have a lot of fun though. It's so much fun to see the kids, like how much they enjoy it. And I know there's some neighbors that will only give like one little tiny piece of candy. It drives me crazy, but I guess they're doing what they can. But we give it back. I mean, we feel like if you're going to give it, we need to give them good candy. I'm still learning it. It keeps moving on me. I got the big one for big designs. I asked oh, that's cool. Okay, the Pro is the giant one. I figured. TJ, that's hilarious. You should though. You should sell cutouts. Oh my gosh. If you put up some listings with your cutouts, I can't even imagine. Soaking of Halloween music just spooked me. Speaking of Halloween, yeah. Oh, how fun. So there's a portrait. I don't know what all the difference are. See, if I ever invested in one, I'd have to really talk to you about the differences and figure out which one I'd want. And I need to do more videos on cutouts. TJ. She didn't do any listings for them. Her cutouts are just awesome, you guys. If you have not looked at her videos, her shorts that she puts up, some of the mums she sold. Yeah, that was funny. It's because your braids look so awesome. People are contacting you and wanting you to make them braids. You never know what's going to sell on Etsy, like what's going to be your big seller. It's funny. It's like, TJ, use me. You bought me for a reason. Yeah, because there's still so many people that don't have a machine and they want their moms to look, like a lot of these other moms with the cutouts, where they have machines and they don't know how to make the cutouts, or they haven't taken the time, or they don't have the time to try. And so many reasons. If you do like a custom order cutouts too, you'd sell. Yeah, I did that I think last year, but I just don't like doing that during mom season because you don't know like how many moms you're going to have do that, week or 2 weeks, and people are ordering that stuff in between, and then that just adds to it. Same with the braids. When I had some listings before for braids, like custom braids, and it never failed. They'd always order when you were like super busy with moms, and so yeah, I didn't like that, so I didn't do either of those. That was my idea too. Cut out for only for my moms. Oh, popcorn balls. We used to do that 2 years ago. I know my grandma used to make them, taught me how to make them. I don't think I could do it. I don't remember how to make them. Oh, that's so neat. Miss Dina. I said it right that time. I'll get it right. I love how you can follow each other on designs. Oh, I know, Christy. I think that's so cool. And that you can make things public and share things. I like that too. Silhouette just has Portrait 3 and Cameo 4 is what? Ooh. I think that light, yeah, a light was fixing to quit. Start strobing on me. You make the braids. Wait. They have Cameo 4 is 12 inch. Cameo 4 Plus is 15 inch. Cameo 4. Wow. So going bigger might be awesome. Oh, I know. Her braids are so pretty. Yes, little time. That would be awesome. I'm thinking about putting one of those giant machines. I don't know where you guys got them or where you're storing them. This stupid heat press takes up so much room. Big stuff like that takes up so much room. It's crazy. Wouldn't mind trying to do that for people. You guys are busier than I am during mom season. Well, you should. You should. I bet you could sell, a lot of stuff like that. If people knew about it. Well, slow weeks busy again now, but during the slow mom weeks, I was making custom cutouts like crazy. Yeah, that's a good idea. Yes, it is. Well, you're welcome. You can tell, TJ. You can tell they're your favorite part. Wow. I use, I don't know what TJ uses, but somebody recommended, I'm sorry, I don't remember who it was now because it's been a few months or several weeks or something. Someone recommended this to me on a comment. It's art glitter. I get it on Amazon and it came with a big refill bottle. I love this stuff because it's not toxic. It doesn't have any heavy fumes. It's not dangerous for you to use like E6000. It works so good. I love it. And it has that fine tip. So on those little tiny, places when you've got little fine lines, I just love it. Some volleyball positions right now for some moms. Setter. Oh, that's awesome, Kirsty. Okay, TJ uses Scotch tacky glue on my cutouts. I may have to try that too. There you go, Nancy. Yeah. Yes, Christy, I do too. But I don't mind trying some other glues as well and seeing all the differences. Yes, I love that because, it'll ooze out. Even with the fine tip, you'll get too much in places, it'll ooze out. But then when it dries, you can't even see it. So that makes me so happy. I've been using a 3-in-1 that's B from Hobby Lobby. That's been pretty good. Oh. I'll have to check that glue out. Yeah, I remember that shorts too, and you showed all the different glues. I was like, oh, I need to try all these, but I'd have to keep going back and seeing the video to see which, write the list down. I just don't have patience. Beacons, Hyla? What is that? What's beacons? okay. Oh, okay. I don't think I've seen that, but I don't really pay attention to the glues at Hobby Lobby either. It feels weird not to be rushing and being like, okay, I got to get these mums done. What do I have to do next? I was like, I was even taking stuff to bed with me and working on mums in bed. Whether I was working on braids or backers, I would get me like a basket and put all the stuff I needed and carry it to bed and sit in bed and make stuff. And now I'm like, this is weird. Not that I don't have anything to do, but it's just weird when all of a sudden you're not rushed anymore. It's a bit oozy, but I use paper towels to press down and it dries clean. Well, that's good. Cold hot glue and silicone. I'm trying to picture that. I do need to try some different glues for different things. Have you tried those glue? Some glue from Dollar Tree. My glues are over there. Kevin got me a couple of bottles, but I haven't tried them. I don't know what they'd be good, what they're good for. I wish I could remember what they were, what it was called, like a tacky glue or something, maybe. Great on glitter cardstock. Oh, good. You probably do, because there was several glues on there, and I really needed a pen and paper to write them all down. I'll use them on bigger paper crafts. See, when I make like cards and stuff, I need some better glues for that. Yes, Nancy, they are. They are. So pretty. Did you see the shorts she did? You uploaded, was it today or maybe last night? I'm not sure. I saw it on my feed today. But it's the one with the cowboy cut out. Oh my God. That cowboy. I'd already seen it before, but still seen it again. I was like, I don't know if I could have done that cutout. Yeah, they are. And you see a lot of mums with a ton of them on there. Like some on Pinterest that'll have a ton of cutouts and not much else. Like there'll be like maybe one braid or something, but it'll just be covered in cutouts. But I mean, they look nice. It's just whatever somebody prefers. I mean, some people might like just making a lot of cutouts, but it takes a lot of time to make those too. You uploaded it today? Okay. Well, it showed up before your live. Like it was further down on my feed than your live. And I was like, well, when did she upload that? Yes, Amy, it's so true. I told her I was on Pinterest and somebody's mom came up and I don't remember who it was, and I wouldn't say anyway. It was one of the big mum makers though, and I was like, I just realized her style and TJ's style, or at least that style on that particular mum, because it was like one that was more the size that TJ does, and I was like, their style is very similar. And I'm looking and I'm like, I know this person has been making mums for years, and I was like mentally comparing TJ's mom to her mom, and I was just like, I was curious to what she charged, because I was like, first of all, TJ's braids and cutouts are like here, and I don't know. I mean, they were both, her moms were beautiful too, but I was just like, it just like blew my mind thinking about it, really, honestly. Like second season, and then this person that's probably got 10, 15 years experience. Something flying around. Yes, TJ, I'm the same way. Like on Pinterest and stuff, I'm like, I don't want to be uploading their mom, and what if they don't see it? Like, what if they're not getting it until homecoming day? What that possibility that they see the video, and even if they're the ones that order it, you don't want everybody else to see it before you get it, you know. So yeah, I try to be real cautious about that as well. And I know I work on a lot of moms on videos and stuff, but you know, it's not the same thing. I've only covered in custom cutouts, but they paid extra and wanted all that on there. Yeah, it's just whatever style somebody likes. But I mean, cutouts look nice. They, you know, they really step up on them. So if you don't know how to make a bunch of braids, but you know how to make cutouts, and cover that sucker in cutouts and make it high end looking. Hey, is it Tanya or Tanya? It looks like Tanya because it's an A. I want to make sure I get that right. Been watching you since the beginning of September. I started making mums for homecoming help. Oh, thank you. That's so sweet. I'm glad it helped. I'm glad these videos helped. Oh, you did, Amy? That's awesome. See, I knew Pinterest would work. See, I had a following on Pinterest before I started my YouTube channel, so that helped me, you know, some with my YouTube channel, even though that was almost 4 years ago. But I have been posting my photos on Pinterest since almost the beginning, probably like the second season, and this is season 8 for me, if I remember right. So I've been posting photos and now idea pins on Pinterest for years. And I know I had over 2,000 followers on Pinterest when I started my YouTube channel. And so I would make sure that every time I uploaded a video, I would share it on Pinterest and put it on my Pinterest board and put, you know, the homecoming. I had that board that was Homecoming Mums by Crafty Bug. So I had a section that was tutorials. And so that would bring people over. They would see those tutorials and they would see they were on YouTube. So it would help bring some people over and build my channel. That helped a little bit. But, you know, that was the only social media I did. If I did Facebook and stuff like that, that would have helped me tremendously too, I'm sure. But we do what we've got. Yes, I was so excited last month when I realized a year rolled by. My husband laughed. He was like, "You remember the day you sold your first mom?" That's awesome. I love it. Tanya, but with an A. Okay. I'm not going to do I got an unusual name and people always misspell it. But I have heard some people like, you know, pronounce Tanya. And it's like people like with the name Brianna. Some of them like it pronounced Brianna and some of them like it Brianna. And you never know. Tanya with an A. We got to remember that, you guys. I'm so glad you joined, Tanya. I'm trying to learn Pinterest. We have a love-hate relationship. Yeah, I try to share every time TJ uploads something. I try to share it on my Pinterest board too. It stresses you. See, and then I can't do Facebook or any of that other stuff, any of those other ones. I guess I'm pretty good at Pinterest. I've been doing it for years, even with all their changes. Oh, good. All the social media stresses you out. Good. I'm glad it's not just me. I know it would stress me out if I did more. Oh, thanks, Jamie. I hope it's good. I know it's not all good. I know there's some that talk trash about me, but that's okay. I think y'all do a fabulous job with Pinterest. Oh, thanks, Amy. Yeah, slowly uploading all my finished mums on Pinterest. I'm no longer putting them on YouTube. I'm putting the finished mums on Pinterest. So I do the tutorials on YouTube and then the finished mums on Pinterest. So if you want to see my finished mums, you have to go over to Pinterest. And I love that they do idea pins now, that you can do those little videos now. I love that because I can't tell you how many times I've gone back. I like to go back and see pictures of mums, especially if I make a mum every year for somebody. I want to go back and see the mums that I made them, and I want to look at it and make sure I don't make it the same. And then there's a lot of times when somebody, they'll like something about a mum you made before, maybe made for them before, or you're trying to look at some part of the mum for whatever reason, and it's like so hard to see from a picture because it's just one dimensional. But the videos now, and when I do the videos, I try to pick up every chain, and I'm trying to show you all the embellishments and stuff. So I can go back. It's for me too. So I can go back and look at that and say, oh, look what I did there. I don't remember, I'm not going to remember all that stuff. Or, they're saying you did some neat thing with this braid or this embellishment or whatever. And then I can go back and look at it. So I love the videos. I love the idea pins. They make me so happy. Pinterest TV. What? Okay, I'm missing out on something. I just said I know Pinterest, but here I don't. I have seen it's good when someone in one of the groups has a question. Everyone's like, check out. Oh, that's sweet. Thanks for telling me that. Speaking of making videos of finished mums, so that's something, before I box up a mum, I'd have to take it outside, take some photos, take some videos, and then I'm really mad at myself if I forget one, and I did forget one this season. I was so mad at myself. But the other day, I was out there taking a picture of the two senior ones that I did. There was the Pee-wee, 4-inch Pee-wee, and then the full-size girls 24-inch. So I had the girls on the mannequin on one side, and they had the boys on the other side. And I'm taking a video, and I'm up close, and I'm showing the different parts. And I put my hand behind this chain, and I held up part of the chain. It was a loop chain, and I'm videoing it. All of a sudden, the wind just goes whoosh, and the mannequin goes flying, and I have a hold of this loop chain, and part of the loop chain ripped off. And no, I had it with this hand, I think, and I can't remember, but I somehow managed to reach out with my other hand, whichever one wasn't holding the chain, and grab the mannequin before it crashed. But I'm sitting there, I was videoing, and I have like just a chunk of this chain, and I was like, I wanted to cry because I was ready to box it up, and the wind was just kind of blowing when I first went out there, and all of a sudden it just whipped through. I was so upset, but I got it fixed. Couldn't even tell. But I was like, isn't that the way it is? You finish it, you're ready to move on, and now you have to fix something. But yeah, so you got to be careful of that when you go outside and take pictures and videos with this wind. Yeah, it was crazy. For some reason, October is really windy here. I don't know why. Speaking of Halloween again, that's one of the reasons why, we have to wait till the day of to put up most of the decorations because it's so windy. We're constantly fixing the inflatables. But that tent, when we try to put up that tent, usually we have to back it. Our garage doesn't face the street. It faces this way. So like the street goes this way. So our garage is goes like, okay, it's right here. Does that make sense? Not facing the street. It's on the side. And for some reason, most of the time when we try to put that tent up in the driveway, it just starts blowing everywhere. And so we have to back it up to the garage and make them walk up the driveway and go like this. But last year we were actually able to keep it in the middle of the driveway. But that was the first year that we were able to do that because it's so windy in October. I don't understand why. I don't know what it is about October. And we have a bunch of blow-ups for Christmas too, because everybody decorates really, really well for Christmas around here. We weren't able to put our blow-ups out at all last year for Christmas. It ended up being like, I think finally clear. I think it was like raining a lot and maybe like really windy and stuff. I can't remember for sure. But we just kept putting it off. And then finally we were like, forget it. It's too close to Christmas and don't feel like messing it with it because we have a bunch of blow-ups. I felt bad that we didn't get them out. We may have done some of them. I can't remember. It's been almost a year ago. But yeah, if you want to see my finished bones, go check out Pinterest because I do eventually get them all uploaded. I do a few tutorials on there as well, but mostly finished bones. Oh my gosh, you guys, it's 9 o'clock. I got to go pick up my son. He's going to be getting off work anytime. It's been 2 hours. I said that at the 1 hour mark. I was like, oh, it's been an hour. It didn't even feel like it. We've been chatting along. But yeah, I got to go. He's going to be calling me any second now and getting off. I don't like him to wait this late. So I'm going to get off here, you guys. Thanks for joining in and chatting. That was a fun just chatting and not, this time not having to try and keep up with the chats. I was able to just sit and chat with y'all. We may do some more lives like this every now and then. But thanks y'all for watching. I hope you guys have a good evening and watch some scary movies. It's fun. Thank you, Amy. Good night. Good. Yeah, it was a great chat. So we can do some more like this, just like chatting and asking questions and such like that. So happy mom making, happy crafting. Y'all have a wonderful evening, wonderful night, wonderful weekend. I may be able to do a live this weekend. I'm not 100% yet, so watch your notifications. And I will actually do some crafting on the next live. And I'm going to throw up some links for those of you that watch this after it processes. Good night. Oh, thank you, Amy, TJ, Texan, Rachel, Amy. Okay, I'm going to throw up some links. Yes, Miss K, it was. Yeah, TJ, and that's what I'm watching. I'm watching Halloween. Okay, here is a link to my channel. Here is my most recent upload. Here is a playlist I think you will enjoy, and one more video. You all have a wonderful, wonderful night. Love y'all. Good night. Me too, Texan. Me too. Good night, guys. Bye. Oh, I got to click.